Hey, how's it going, everybody? It's Joey. It's been a little bit since we chatted last, and super excited to be working on a video. I'm going to be doing a specific loadout here, and we start out as usual fighting the black robe, giving her some knives to the face. This is going to be a no damage run, just like usual. And it's a pretty decent day outside for, you know, being early spring, I think. Let me know in the comment section how everybody's been doing. It's been a bit. Super excited to catch up with everyone today. We'll definitely get into why it's been a bit. Looking forward to talking to everybody this next couple hours while we do a no damage run. Been playing me some Resident Evil 4, but not Ada runs. Been doing some Leon runs, just kind of seeing how it feels compared to Ada runs, since I've done so many Ada runs. And I can definitely say without a doubt, the Leon runs just feel so much quicker and so much zippier. It's hard to explain. I definitely feel like, you know, you can run around and just cause a lot of chaos with Leon. And so we'll get into a little bit of that. Plus, been doing some Ethan Winters runs as well. That was kind of the first real break that I took from doing Ada runs, was to run Village and Shadows of Rose. I was really looking forward to doing that. And I knew that by doing that, I was going to have to take a little bit of a break from running Resident Evil 4. That was just kind of a decision I made. And I wanted to see how that game was. And we'll go into that in detail here shortly. So, like I said, this is going to be a no damage run using probably one of my favorite loadouts, which we'll get into here as time goes on. If you're a newbie or whatever, hopefully you will learn something. And we'll be doing S plus as usual, no damage as usual. And we'll be hanging out for a little while. Feels good. Feels good to be back. Feels good to be hanging out. Hopefully some people will hop on and, you know, comment here and there on, you know, how they've been doing and stuff. Been super happy to meet a lot of new friends, Resident Evil fans, and, you know, people just kicking ass at this game. Wow, so many people with so many good tips. Just great. Makes the game so much easier. You know, I'm offering a lot of tips here too. So definitely glad you're hanging out. Hopefully you'll hang out with me for this whole time. You know, we'll be going over a lot of things. Got a few things to talk about, some things I'm excited about. Yeah, a bit of a break is a good thing, and definitely something that people should do. I do know that when you're making YouTube videos and stuff, that when you do take a break, you know, it tends to get slower on your channel. So that's why you see a lot of people, you know, who make a lot of YouTube videos deal with a lot of mental health problems. You know, that's something serious that will probably be understood more in the next 10 or 15 years, you know, now that there's a lot of data out about it. But, you know, when you tie playing video games to money, to creating content that people enjoy, it really puts you in a tough spot, you know. Makes it tough for you to take vacations, makes it tough for you to spend time with family. It's very, very easy to get consumed into this universe that is YouTube. You know, that's about the only way I can describe it. I don't think it affects me too much because I'm just a small timer. I don't know what it's like to be a big YouTuber. Or what pressures they go through. I do know that they got to keep pushing out the content because people just have an appetite for this type of thing. And, you know, it's like people can get anything from any creator on YouTube. So if you're not creating, somebody else is, and somebody else is going to snag your people. It definitely gives the people a chance to meet somebody new. And honestly, that helps me out. You know, because I'm not a big YouTuber. I don't show up in all the feeds. I don't, you know, appear in everybody's home screens and stuff like that. So I benefit from that a little bit. So when you're taking a break, you know, it's probably best. I think what the bigger YouTubers do is they, you know, create 5 or 6 videos and get them all in the bank before they take off. That way they can kind of set them up for, you know, posting as time goes on, and it's probably the right way to go for something like that. And, you know, I hope one day I have that problem where I've got a lot of followers and people who are hungry for, you know, what I could be putting out. Who knows when that'll be. And honestly, it's not really a thing for me because, you know, YouTube is just a small piece of what I do in life. You know, I've got a interest in a few different areas. Not only interests, but I do business in other areas, which you may or may not know, but, you know, I'm an entrepreneur is what I am. I'm not a video game creator. You know, I've got other talents that I spend most of my time kind of focusing on. You know, one is obviously, you know, home life with the wife and stuff like that. Obviously, that's first and foremost above everything. You know, as I've given my wife my word that, you know, I'll work for us and I'll keep us in the game at all times. So that's number one. That's the main thing I focus on. Everything else will always come secondary to that. What my wife and I do in life is the main thing. Thankfully for me, my wife and I play music together. So music would have been the number one thing had I not been married and stuff. But luckily for me, you know, she's my musical partner. So I'm lucky in so many areas. I'm so lucky I can't even stand it. I'm just very fortunate, you know, and thankful that, you know, my music and my home life are kind of intertwined. You know, and then I play a lot of poker, and I, you know, also make a lot of videos for music and stuff like that. And plus, you know, I got to make a living, and I do that through music, through playing the guitar. I've sustained myself fully playing music since like 2010. So I worked my last job in corporate America. Actually, it's kind of a funny thing. You know, in 2010 was when I really decided I was going to take music head on and going to play music. And that's what I was going to do. But I was working an IT job, you know, obviously technical, working with computers and stuff, Exchange servers and things like that. And I mean, I had a good job. I didn't want to, you know, I'm also a homeowner, so I didn't want to lose my job. You know, you lose your job and, you know, pretty much next thing you lose your home. So, you know, I wasn't really too excited about leaving my job, but I knew I had to do it if I was to give myself a chance at being an entrepreneur, to creating my own business where I would no longer have to work for the man. I'm not a good employee. Just get that out right away. I'm a terrible employee. I don't listen well. I don't take other people's ideas well. I don't work well with others in a leadership capacity. I don't like authority. I don't like being told what to do. These are all serious problems when it comes to working in corporate America. So I've been fired. I've been laid off. I've been told to fuck off. I've been through just about everything there is working for the man. So with that said, I really, really need, if I had any chance to make it in this lifetime, I needed to be my own boss. And the best way to do that was doing the one thing in life that I would do for free, which I did do for free for my entire life. If anybody is a musician or they do it for money, you learn very early on that you're not in it for the money. Because if you are, you're going to quit in a matter of days, because nobody's going to give you any money for a long, long time. You have to get in the trenches, and you have to learn how to play. You got to learn how to deal with others. You have to fight and fight and fight with many band members along the way, as far as who's the leader, who knows best, what direction are they going to take the band. You know, all these things that you have to figure out when you're a young musician. Plus, you suck. That's the tough part. You literally probably suck. I know it was the case for me for, God, probably half my life. Things didn't start to click for me until probably like, you know, the year 2000 or so, where I made a big move. I moved from a smallish town to a big town. And I wanted to move to the big town because I wanted to be around better musicians, and I wanted to be around people who were serious about playing music. So I basically, like around 2010-ish, I was ready to be my own boss, but I couldn't leave my job. So thankfully I had a manager, a boss who knew that I was playing a lot of music and stuff, and he kind of did a mercy killing on me. You know, he said, hey, I know your heart's not in IT. I know it's hard for you to leave here, but I'm going to do you the biggest favor ever. And I was like, oh God, please no. And he's like, I'm going to lay you off. I could fire you because, I mean, I wasn't really wanting to come into work. I was calling in sick after gigs and stuff. You know, I'd stay up all night playing gigs and then try to go to work at 7 a.m. It just was not working out. So my boss came to me, and, you know, I was bothered about it at the time. I didn't want to leave. I needed that security. But he said, I'm going to lay you off, going to allow you to get unemployment, going to allow you, you know, pay you a little bit of extra money, you know, for everything you did and stuff. And, you know, we'll miss you, but, you know, your job here is done. You know, you're pretty much worthless here for us. And we need to get somebody in here that's going to do a better job than you. And it hurt, man. It hurt. I didn't know what to make of it at the time, you know, because we're all proud people and we're all very serious about what we do in life. Most of us take pride in everything we do, but I'd given up, and it showed, and I was pretty much worthless. And so yeah, I got laid off, and from that point on, I gave everything to music, and I decided how I was going to create a business model and how I was going to, you know, play music for a living. And there was absolutely no plan B whatsoever for me at that point. I was on my own. And, you know, we've all got things like health insurance and bills and everything to pay. And, you know, luckily for me, I had already gotten myself completely debt free, you know, which made the transition much easier because I don't believe in debt really. And consumer debt is not the way to go. And, you know, I got rid of all that stuff. So it made the transition to becoming an entrepreneur much easier. Fortunately for me, fast forward a few years after that, I gave everything to music, and I created both a product and a brand that, you know, I was proud of and that I really felt provided a great service for people. And I I went with it, and I just didn't compromise. You know, I mean, it was going to be the best it could be for me. And I was very fortunate, and I still do it today. So after all these years, managed to keep myself above water and then some. And I also have the time to play video games, which is great because video games give me a real alternative reality to music and gives me a chance to just kind of shut my brain off. I enjoy making videos for games. I enjoy playing the games. I enjoy several games in my life that, you know, I'm super excited to make videos for, because I think I started making my first video game videos just a few months ago, and I really appreciate all the support, everybody kind of being along with me for this ride. While I'm a newbie kind of with the video game channel, it's not natural for me to kind of talk into a microphone for 2.5 hours. I tend to let my guitar do the talking for me in life and stuff. But, you know, getting on the mic really kind of helps me quite a bit to, you know, do something different. It feels good to do something different. And just the response has been so amazing. I can't thank everyone enough just for making me feel at home, making me feel like I'm creating something that's worthwhile, that could help somebody. You know, just that thing alone gives me a huge sense of pride. And, you know, I would love more than anything to build this channel up, to be kind of not a huge creator. I would love that, but, you know, I mean, I'm also try to be realistic. You know, I mean, I just want to be providing a good service, providing a good product. Also, as a lot of people know, you know, that have seen my videos, you know, I don't just talk about the video games the whole time. I talk about life. I talk about funny stuff, talk about serious stuff, talk about important stuff, you know, these kind of things. And, you know, while we've all mostly beaten Resident Evil a few times, you know, there's still a lot to talk about, and there's still a lot of things to learn, which really is a credit to the game Resident Evil. So thankful everybody's here along with me on this journey. And if you've made it this far, you know, thank you so much. Give me a thumbs up and a comment on how you're doing today. And, you know, pretty much getting into the video. So on this run, we're going to be running the TMP and the sniper rifle for the most part. So we got rid of the handgun because I think we're looking for bullets for the TMP. So if you don't have a handgun on you, if you know this or not, the game gives you a lot less handgun ammo. So it gives you more submachine gun ammo. So here we are. We're going to be fighting the Black Robe for the second time. And I'm borrowing a strap from the speedrunners right here. This works pretty well. Just kind of play Ring Around the Rosie a bit. There's not much to this fight other than it's a pain in the ass. And you got to just keep running. You know, if you're sitting still, you're getting tagged. And this is a no damage run, so we're not about getting tagged. Not today, sir. So I got myself a nice cup of tea.
It's getting thicker.
Hold up for the long haul. Gonna get this commentary done today. Hopefully get this video posted today. And really excited to be back, that's for sure. Wow, that was a nice little hop. Alright, so the Black Robe is done. Gonna clear this area out.
Now for the village.
And just to kind of put a fine point on the music thing, you know, 2020 and 2021, 2022, they were all pretty tough years to be in the music business. So, you know, I would say to anybody in life that's doing anything, I'm going to give you some advice right now. This advice is something that I would tell you to do. And you will thank me later. For those that are already doing it, you understand what I'm saying. Let me know in the comments if you know what I'm saying. But everybody, if you can, live under your means. And what do I mean by that? I mean, do not spend every goddamn penny that you bring in. You know, you have to pay yourself first, and you have to save. And if you don't have 6 months of living expenses in the bank in case of an emergency, you know, you could be in for a hard time, especially if you've got a wife and kids and stuff like that. If you got wife and kids, it's even more important that you have at least 6 months. I'm pretty sure that most people don't even have a month, you know, because times are tough out there. In your life, you're going to make money, and there's going to be times where you don't really make a lot of money. When you're making good money, that's where you have to buckle down. You know, do you need unlimited data on your cell phone? Do you really, you know, cut your overhead as much as possible. Make sure that you're not paying tons of money on credit card debt. That's the biggest waste of money I've ever seen. If you can't afford something, you maybe need to get a roommate. You may need to do some things differently because, you know, if you can't afford the things that you're buying, make sure that you get that stuff paid off and don't get back into it again, because I pretty much lost all my business in 2020. So I was lucky. I've always operated under the, in case of fire, break glass. You know, I don't know. When I was preparing for 2020, I was preparing for something different. I was preparing for a bad event, a doomsday prepper. I was preparing for something that scared the living shit out of me. And what that thing was an injury. Something to do with me not being able to play music. That to me was and is my nightmare. That's what I go to bed worrying about, and what scares me in life. That's something that really scares me. So I was preparing for an event, and 2016 to 2019 were amazing years for me in business. Absolutely phenomenal. I knew at that time that train ain't going to be rolling 24/7, because I'm going to break it to you now. That ain't how life works. So when things are cruising along, things are going good, I was saving almost everything that I made because I was scared. I was very worried that I would not be able to live the life that I wanted to live if I was injured. Turns out I was right and I was wrong. I was wrong about what the event was, but I was right to be worried about some type of event. That event was COVID, and that event killed a lot of people, and that event hurt a lot of people, and a lot of people are still suffering with it today. The way it was handled, a lot of people will debate that, whether it was right or wrong. What we had to go through as a society, who knows? It's best not to look at it like that anymore. It's best just to kind of move on. For everybody who lost people, I'm sorry to hear that. Everybody knows somebody that was hurt by it, and it was terrible. It prevented me from working. I didn't have a job, and when I don't go to work, I don't make money. So I was thankful that I had reserves built up in a big way, you know. So just to put a fine point on that, you know, make sure that you're prepared in life, because man, Nobody is there to help you. Nobody was there to help me. I just had to fight through it. So bringing that full circle, I'm happy that, you know, I'm back to doing things in my music business, and it makes me feel really good. I worried that it may not ever come back. It hasn't come back to what it used to be from 2016 to 2019. People are angry. They're mad. They're not out hiring bands. They're not having parties. People are not having big weddings. They're pissed off. It's not comfortable right now to be living in this environment that we're living in. So hopefully in the next year or so, things are going to change and we're going to be back to kicking ass and having fun in life and having parties and enjoying all the things that we kind of enjoyed just a few years ago. The way and the rate things have changed in the last few years has been eye-opening, to say the least. So to everybody out there that's listening that's young, make sure you save money and make sure you don't waste money, because there could be something that comes up that's out of your control and you need to be able to deal with it. And the best way to deal with problems is money. And it gives you the freedom to ride things out. Like for me, I missed working and everything, but you know, I'm going to be fine. It's not the end of the world for me. And I'm lucky. I'm fortunate. But the main thing, you know, that came out of it for me was in 2020 when the shit hit the fan and everything went to hell and I couldn't even see my bandmates. I couldn't even see my friends and family. I was super scared to be around my elderly family because I, of course, didn't want to show up and give somebody something and be the reason why they died. I mean, that's a worry that we all probably had. So 2020 was a nightmare, and it was a very depressing time in my life. You know, I had just become divorced. My divorce became final in the first months of 2020, so I was on my own, and that had a depression all under its own. And yeah, so the first thing that I did, friends of mine were like, oh, I'm going to learn an instrument. I play about 4 instruments, by the way. So that didn't really sound too appealing to me. I didn't really feel like doing that. Some people said they were going to learn a new hobby. They were going to do this, do that. For me, I went all in on video. I got tired of paying for people to make videos for me. I got tired of that, and I said, instead of learning a foreign language, instead of, you know, trying to come up with, you know, some kind of new thing or whatever, I didn't really want to build another business at the moment. I had 2 businesses going at the time, and my other business was doing well. It was a business that I did on the side, but that side business now became my main business, which is a whole other story for another day, which was a fun business in the real estate market. And, you know, I like to buy homes and I like to rent them out. So thankfully that business was doing well. So anyways, I spent all my time working on my real estate business, working on video, and trying to figure that shit out. And I'll tell you, when I first started working on video, it was a nightmare. It was hard. It didn't make sense to me. It didn't click with me very easily. You know, yeah, I got a great computer, and yeah, I've got, you know, Adobe Premiere. You know, I had everything I needed to do it, but Adobe Premiere just did not speak to me. I think Adobe Premiere to me is just not a good fit for me. But I did it. I used it for a few years, or for a couple years at least. And then I switched over to DaVinci Resolve. And at that point, everything really started to click for me. It just, some software speaks to you. And I was so thankful that a video editor that, you know, I understood it. It felt intuitive to me. And it felt like a good fit to me. And it made making videos fun. So then I made a lot of music videos. And you know, music business started to come back. And so I got a little bit busier in that, but I still maintained making videos. And I'm thankful for that. I'm so happy, because if I were to stop making videos, or if I were to get burned out on it, then I feel like almost all the time and investment that I put into it from 2020 would be a complete waste of my time. And I just, God, I can't think of, to me, wasting time is, I'm fearful of that. I want a return on my investment for all the time that I spent trying to get better at video and trying to learn how to do it. And I was so worried that once things came back to life in the music business that I would not want to make videos, because I'd be out doing my normal thing, which is, you know, my main focus. Like I said, you know, my wife and my music business and everything. And I was able to incorporate making videos into my music business, which was phenomenal. What an amazing fit. What a great fit. And then what really clicked was when I, you know, picked up Resident Evil 4, and I just loved the original so much. And the remake was a blast. It was the best money spent ever, with the amount of hours that I got out of it, the replayability, the achievements, you know, getting 100% completion, you know, just getting S+ on Leon's run was a major challenge for me. It took a lot of work, and I'm so glad that I did it, because, you know, now nobody can take that away from me. And I was able to make videos of it. I felt inspired. I was like, you know, hey, I've got, you know, this video making ability. I mean, I'm not the greatest. I'm no Oliver Stone. You know, I'm not any of that. But I did invest the time and energy in 2020 to add it as a tool in my life that to use wherever I can. And it's been fun, because the wife and I have gone on trips and stuff, and it's been fun making little videos of that, just for us to always remember those trips and how much fun they were and things like that. So I'm really, really happy that I'm able to do that. And I mean, like I said, I'm no amazing video editor. I'm not. But I believe I can get the job done. And I believe that I'm getting better as time goes on. So my investment in all that time, we're not talking about, you know, a week here or 2 weeks there that I spent trying to learn how to make videos. No. It was a goddamn year, you know, that I spent trying to get better at Adobe Premiere, working with the subpar video editor, in my opinion, just fighting with it, struggling every day to kind of get my vision across. I could see something in my head, and I couldn't get it to visually come out on a video, meaning the videos that I'm seeing in my imagination were not coming out using Adobe Premiere. And yeah, and I sucked. So that didn't help. It wasn't until DaVinci Resolve that the videos that I see in my head, I began to capture in real life. And that was an amazing moment, you know, for me. Again, realizing, you know, nobody wants to spend a year in their life devoted to a skill and then fail at it. So super happy. I'm super happy for the friends that I've met making videos. I hope to provide people with something fun to watch. I hope to give some insight to people. I hope to help people along in their lives. I hope to maybe give somebody, you know, some inspiration to maybe get out of their comfort zone like I did. You know, and I'll have a lot of tips and tricks on a lot of different things. I think my specialty in life is just being a problem solver and being somebody that, you know, I grew up homeless. I grew up being incredibly addicted to drugs and alcohol in my 20s. And how I survived that time is beyond me. And of course I'll get into that because a lot of people struggle with depression, drugs, and alcohol. And I did in a big way. And the fact that I'm here talking to you today is a testament to trying hard to survive in life and becoming clean and sober like I have been for over 23 years, that I have not touched anything in any type of way. And trust me, I have the personality of an addicted fool. I fight with it even to this day. Quitting smoking weed, quitting smoking cigarettes, quitting drinking. Those were my 3 things. And those 3 things took a toll on me. I called them the goal blockers. They blocked me from doing anything I wanted to do in life. And they made... I'll tell you, being sober in life feels like playing Resident Evil on the easiest setting. And if you're drug addicted, feels like going through S+ professional run with a knife only. That's the best way that I could think to describe my journey in life, being drug addicted and being drug free. Because if I play through Resident Evil on the easiest settings, I mean, it's God mode. I literally curb stomp everything and everyone 24/7. But yeah, try playing S+ run with a knife only. A downgraded knife, nonetheless. So let that sink in. I also have brothers in life that can, have a few beers here and there and not have a problem with it. There's a lot of people like that. That's just not me. So I hope to offer people a funny take on things, a serious take, because that we live in a serious world. You need to be on your A game 24/7. So I'm very thankful to have people who will listen to me and who have been able to finish their S+ runs. When I first started the channel, I kept everything pretty much, to the walkthrough and, how to do things and stuff. But as time goes on, I'll still do that. But at the same time, I want to help people in life in other ways, give them tips and tricks, because in my mind, and, don't get it twisted, I am my biggest fan. So I'm biased, but I feel like, the things that I've accomplished in life with what I was up against, growing up in a broken home, growing up with domestic violence, being a huge part of my upbringing, and, living a life of being a young person who immediately had to go to work when he was 16, and somebody who became drug addicted because I didn't know any better. I didn't have anybody in my life to tell me that there was another way. I was forced to, live a life of being homeless, drug addicted, being a musician, making no money. And that was the beginning of my life. When I left home, when I was 16 or 17 years old, it was just me, and it was only me. And it stayed me the entire time until I got married, way later in life. So I made every wrong move. I made every wrong decision. I feel like I made every stupid move. And people would tell me, hey, if you do this, this is what's going to happen to you. I'm like, no, it's not. No way. I knew better than anyone, and I was the smart one. No, I wasn't. I was the idiot. No other way to say it. And I couldn't fix anything. I couldn't solve any problems. I couldn't get anything done. I couldn't even take my girlfriend at the time to the home that I lived in. I was living in a storage shed. A storage shed. I used to go there late at night when the managers would go home, and I would sleep in there. That was my life when I was 18 years old. I kept playing music, and I kept trying, but it did not work. Nothing worked for me. I did learn how to play music though. So my time investment was realized. Everything that I went through, I call it the School of Hard Knocks, taught me how to be successful and how to stay successful. That's the spoiler alert. That going through life, all the challenges, everything I went through, practically killing myself with drugs, driving, you know, all those things, getting arrested, all those things are what turned me into the person that I am today, which is a goody two-shoes. Somebody that does none of those things. Somebody that tries to help people. And I grew up hard, but it was because of growing up hard that I learned how to, you know, how to accomplish things. Because when I quit drinking and smoking in 2001, everything changed for me in life. Every single thing changed. And not just in a little type of way. In a big way. All of a sudden, there was way more hours in the day. Felt like there was 32 hours in the day. I didn't need to sleep as much. I could stay up longer. I had days where I was so hungover that I couldn't do anything. Those days are gone. I no longer lost a full day or a full couple days to being hungover and a mess. No longer was I hurting family and friends by treating them like shit while I was drug addicted.
Eat parasite food.
I began treating people with respect. I began treating people the way I wanted to be treated. And if somebody was mistreating me, I could see it easily now because the goggles were off. If I was in a bad situation or a bad relationship or something like that, I knew I needed to make a change. All through quitting everything, it just opened up everything. And then I became a businessman. I began doing, you know, the things in life that I didn't think I was good enough to do. Well, once you quit all those things, for me it was instantaneous. So that is just a brief journey of where I am today from where I came from. And if anybody is struggling, you know, I recommend getting help because life is so much better when you're clear. I definitely miss social situations and things like that. And I wish I could just drink a beer and everything's fine. But that's not me. That'll never be me. I gave up on that dream a long time ago. If I drink one, I drink 12. And then I'm passed out somewhere on the street. And then I'm back to being homeless. That ain't gonna happen. There's a lot of resources for people if you're having difficulty with mental health, physical health, or, you know, addiction, because a lot of those are intertwined together, you know, and that there's always hope. I would suggest you go to family first. Go to a trusted relative who you think is smart, you know, and try to start on your way back. And for those that live the same way as me, you know, goody, completely free of everything, you know, leave me a comment. How long has it been for you? What are some of the takeaways from, you know, going free and clear of everything? You know, what was it for you? How did your life improve? I'd love to hear those things because to me, that's success. I didn't have a goddamn dime in my pocket in life. I never had a thing. I had problems, was what I had, until I quit all drugs and alcohol. And then I started accumulating, and then it was amazing. So I unlocked an achievement that day. And I'm so proud to be here speaking to people today because there was a chance that I wasn't going to make it. All right, here we are. Finally able to get the flash grenade. And sorry for the long intro, but you know, I really felt like I had some things to say, and sometimes I rant, sometimes I compliment, sometimes I'm kind, and sometimes I'm tough. You know, I'm all the above. I think a lot of people watching my videos now are no longer newbies, you know, but people who are like, you know, really good at the game. And it's great to have people along that, you know, they're a wealth of knowledge as well. So super excited to, you know, to meet all the people that I've met. And I kind of feel like the game sort of starts when you know, get the flash grenade recipe. I kind of feel like that's sort of where it begins. So right now I'm still upgrading my TMP. That's what I'm running with in this game. I'm going to be doing my shotgun video next. I'm looking forward to that because I really love the shotgun. But on this one, I'm putting everything into the TMP. It's the star of the show. I've been talking for so long, and I did this game, you know, a little bit ago. So I'm kind of watching it. Feels like I'm watching it for the first time in a long time because as we're going to get into, I'm going to go over why I had a couple of breaks. With the main reason being is Resident Evil Village and kind of my thoughts and stuff on that. But right now we're getting ready for the night room. And the main thing that you want for the night room is a great TMP. Which we've got. And I think we got lots of ammo. It's definitely going to help us in the night room coming up. But while we're waiting to get to that room, I'll go into a little bit about Resident Evil Village. Super cool game. It definitely felt pretty big. There was definitely some cool parts in it. I liked it. Was it worth the money? Yes, it definitely was. I really dug the game. I didn't really feel like there was a lot of things I could really make videos out of. I did my cutscene video, you know, my video with all the cutscenes. But then after that, I kind of didn't really know what to do. I didn't really feel like the weapons were a real big part of the game like they are in separate ways in Resident Evil 4 as a whole. In Resident Evil 4, the weapons are varied enough that you can feel like you're playing a different game. So it's got great replayability, you know, different weapon combinations, different stuff like that is great in Resident Evil 4 and separate ways together. In Resident Evil Village, I didn't feel like the weapons were all that. I didn't feel like they really gave you too much of a reason to replay the game a bunch. So once I kind of beat it, I felt like, well, I mean, aside from going up in difficulty or whatever, I didn't really feel like there was that wanting to play the game too much more. So there was that. And then I thought maybe if I took a little bit of a break, you know, I may want to come back to it later. So that's kind of where I'm at, taking a little bit of a break. Cool enemies, tough game. You get lost. Something you don't have to worry about in separate ways. Because separate ways is very linear. You can't really get off course. You've got a path that you're going to stick with. So in Leon's run, you could get a little lost in a few places, you know, that they were a little bit big, but not too bad. You can usually find your way out of it. Thought the boss fights were pretty cool in Village. I don't know if it's possible to do a no damage run on Village. I'll have to check that out. So here we are. We're getting our spinels together because we're getting ready to buy an upgrade ticket. And we're going to be using that on the TMP. Because that's the star of the show for this one. You could just as easily use the upgrade ticket on the sniper rifle and you'll have a great game. In fact, it's one of my favorite games to play through, and I did a video upgrading the sniper rifle. But on this particular run, just to keep it going, I did the TMP. Making sure that I get all the spinels that I can. It's the worst when you are short spinels right here because you're able to get the upgrade ticket. If you didn't use any throughout the game and you maybe found one along the way, you're now, you know, able to do an upgrade, which is great. All right, so let's get into the night room. Like I said, it's been a little while since I did this run, so let's see. We're kind of watching it together for the first time. I hope I kicked ass. Yeah, 3 flash grenades is good. 2 is probably not enough. Alright, thank God. That one missed me. It's nice when they get together because I'm going to kick them both. That's great. Flash is doing their work. Alright, let's see what this guy's got. He doesn't got much. Gonna flash him just to be safe. I think I got one more. Try not to get tagged. This is an easy spot to get tagged in right here by the archers. So flash out, yep, and looks like it's going to be a 1v1, which is great. That's what you want. Use the wall to your benefit right here. Easy. Conserve some ammo. Very nice. Don't let these jokers tag you right here. Pretty good run. Get some. Clean everything up. Looks like I don't have a knife. Alright, hopefully we got enough spinels to do this. I think, yeah, you need 18. So, that's what I got. And I kind of sped the video up in a couple places just to kind of keep things moving along. Again, I don't really think a lot of newbies are watching no damage runs, specifically with the TMP. So, but if you are a newbie, welcome. I've definitely got a lot of videos on this channel for you. Appreciate you. So the next thing we're going to do is we're just going to do some housekeeping right here. Going to get everything cleared out before we save. The main thing we're going for are the blue medallions. We want to get that done before we see the merchant, before we do Gloria A Las Plagas. We want the TMP to be upgraded because it's just so easy with that upgrade ticket. It seems like we're spending a little bit of time doing this, but trust me, it's worth it. You've got plenty of time. You'll be fine. We got a bunch of birds out here, so hopefully you got a grenade. Yep, I've got 2. All right, next we're going to get the 2 medallions that you normally can't reach. But we're going to use the... or actually, I think I'm going to go save. Yeah, so make sure you save before you do this because you could miss a few times. And this just helps you conserve arrows. I did not have a lot of submachine gun ammo, which is kind of scary.
Welcome, Wielding. What can I do you for? A deal.
So we're going to sell a few things here. Again, we're not running with a pistol.
A deal well struck.
So we're able to sell all of our ammo for the pistols.
You ever dazzled, are you? Our craftsmanship demands no less. This kind of work is about
TMP's looking pretty good.
little bit.
Very
goes
nice.
A long way. You gotta select. Now go and cause some mayhem, eh?
So yeah, so now I'm going to save. And then this is going to help me with my arrows. Because this part can be buggy. And every arrow is important. So just keep this strategy in mind. That's a miss. There it is. All right, so now we're going to go back to the merchant. And we're going to get that upgrade ticket.
So that's a request.
You've worked hard for it.
Nice work.
You've earned it.
What can I interest you in?
Now it's time to get it.
Pleasant travel. Welcome.
There it is.
So, which weapon will you be given a shine to?
I'll be giving a shine to the TMP.
Oh,
And just like that, we just increased the damage by 1.5, which is going to be very nice. All right, so let's get this TMP going right away. First up, Gloria A Las Plagas, wearing his red robe and his stupid skull face. Let's see what you got, Gloria. Oh my god. Deleted Gloria.
Finally.
You want some, buddy? There you go. All right, so the TMP is doing a good job for us. Let's delete a couple more while we're at it. Next up, ooh, that guy got really close. Our no damage run almost ended right there. So don't sleep on these enemies. These guys are, you know, trying to get you. I like to head up here. I feel like it's a little bit more open. Because we're about to get into a little bit of a fight. I can hear him, but I can't see him. Come on, man. There you go. So along with Village came Shadows of Rose. So I was really happy to play both the Village and the DLC for that game. My take on Shadows of Rose was not that great. I did beat it. I did go through and do the whole run. It was a cool addition to the story. So there was that. But wow, I just could not compare Separate Ways with Shadows of Rose. It's just not even in the same ballpark. Separate Ways is so good. Shadows of Rose was just I mean, it had some cool moments and stuff. It was definitely some scary parts in there, and you know, don't get me wrong, I'm glad it was included, and I'm glad it was part of it. I don't know if there was a cost for it or what. I just bought Village, and somehow I wound up with it, so I'm happy about that, I guess. But Village was way better than Shadows of Rose. Obviously, you know, Village is the main game. And I think, you know, the first time playing through, you know, I like to play through the game, and I don't like to look up any of the puzzles. I don't like to look up any of the maps. I don't like to look up anything. I like to just take my time, go through the game for the first time. That's my favorite run that I do. Before I study or test or do anything like that, I like doing that run. So my run for Village was long. I mean, it was pretty long. So definitely a time commitment. And I think as time went on, before I did my video, I think I got it down to about 6 or 7 hours or so. And that's not hauling ass by any stretch of the imagination. I mean, that's just kind of just going through it, figuring out the answers to the puzzles, and, you know, stuff like that. So I really like Ethan Winters. I don't know if he's gone. You know, I mean, it was kind of sad, you know, what was going on in that game.
That's right.
With everything in him.
I still have some
I mean, let the record show that no character, I think, and that I've seen goes through as much of a beating as Ethan Winters. That guy is unlucky. He loses fingers, loses hands, you name it. Oh man, I didn't get the knife attack on that one. So will I go back and do another video on Village? I do not know. I definitely will not be doing another video on Shadows of Rose. That's kind of a one and done type of thing. Pretty sure my next video is going to be Separate Ways, S+, no damage, using the shotgun. Probably, oh, that was weird. Using the shotgun, the Punisher, and the sniper rifle. We'll probably do a run next. But let me know how everybody's doing. It's a nice day outside. It's been pretty crazy around here. It's looked like spring. We had snow We had snow not too long ago, and then we had spring weather not too long ago. So it's kind of a confusing time. Excited to get another Separate Ways video back up.
check below.
And just kind of based on what I've seen out there, it's just there doesn't seem to be a lot of, you know, I do know Village was a couple years old, but not a lot of people all that crazy excited about it. Not a lot of people really making tons of content for it. There's not much to it. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Fun to run through, you know, a couple times, but I mean, do I wake up in the morning just waking up saying, God, I cannot wait to get on Village? No, I don't. But right now I'm pretty excited about doing another Ada run with the shotgun. And I'm also, you know, I need to put out the definitive newbie guide for Leon's run. I want to do that because there's still a lot of people running, trying to get their first S+ for Leon. And I do have a guide on how to do that, but I just don't think it's, you know, I don't think it's as easy as it should have been, and I did it a long time ago, so I may update that and go from there, because Leon's run's still a lot of fun, so just some ideas of what I'm thinking about. Alright, so we're getting ready to make our way out of here. Pick up the elegant crown. Get ready for a nice payday. And we'll be doing the Dos Garridoros room here shortly. And like I said, it's been a little while since I did this run, so let's see how it goes. These guys are always an adventure for me for some reason. See, one of them survived. Alright, I got my little cat on my foot. She's begging for something, probably food. But we don't have time for that right now. We've got a video to make. Little kitty's gonna have to wait. Alright, speed it up a little bit. It's always nice. It's good to take a couple extra seconds to line up your shot. Try out the TMP. Let's see how it's doing.
Here we go.
Good time to use a flash grenade. Anytime there's a couple of them, I'm probably going to flash them. But you got the recipe, you know, so might as well.
I'm not swimming in that.
I'm not swimming in that. Let's see how much I use the TMP on the Dos Garridoros. Love me some blast arrows. Make it very easy work out of that guy. This dude, he can tank some shots, man. I tell you. And during my no damage runs, I always wind up having a little bit of trouble with these guys coming up for some reason. Let's see if I did today.
That should take care of the water. I hope.
Yeah, just hang back a little bit more. Easy. Let's see about this guy here. Easy. Alright, that was an easy run. I'm super excited to be doing the shotgun run next because love the shotgun. Love just making hamburger out of these guys. That's about the max range on the TMP. You're not going to get too much more range than that. So we should be in pretty good shape. Got a lot of treasure, got a lot of gems, and we'll be heading to the merchant here in a second and get everything sold off. Figure out what kind of money we got to deal with. Got a couple boss fights coming up, of course. Got the Dos Garridoros, and then we've got the U3 Black Robe. Will be the final one. Take care of these guys first before seeing the merchant. You may have to do this part a couple times, so we're going to get a save.
I've got some new welcome. Got some.
Looks like I'm planning to use the rifle against the double Garridoros.
Welcome.
Do some selling. All right, there's an easy 100K.
Welcome.
I made a lot of money selling handgun ammo, I'll tell you that much.
Thank
207.
you. Have a ticket, do ya? Nice. Choose a weapon, stranger, and I'll make it see.
I think here I was just looking at this just to see if I could upgrade that without the exclusive ticket, and I wasn't. I thought I saw somewhere that you can upgrade with just the money, but I didn't see it. I couldn't figure out what was going on. I never bothered to research that. Definitely want to have a good blast crossbow for the Black Robe.
That's the way to be.
Right now, looking really good.
Anything else I can help you with? What
Might as well
rules,
get the
stranger?
upgraded case. Now I'm broke.
A deal
I think I want to get that scope. Yeah, I think we're probably good from here.
Go and cause some mayhem, eh?
Do a quick save. Make sure everything's straight in your case. Make sure all your shortcuts are set before saving. I never kill that guy. He's just a waste of ammo. But with that said, sometimes I get knocked upside the head by him. And don't sleep. and get picked off by these guys. Turn left and get this guy. There you go. So we should be doing pretty good. Should have plenty of resources, ammo, you name it. We should be doing pretty good with it.
Thanks for the directions, Louise.
Alright, so I don't really loot anything. I try to kill these guys first. Give them some TMP. Yeah, you better take that dude out. Nice. Got away. Get behind him. There you go. You never turn your back on those guys like I do right there. Never do that. All right, that was pretty easy. TMP did good. Let's get ready to fight the Black Robe. Go see the merchant one more time. And honestly, I don't remember what strategy I did for the Black Robe, so we're going to see it together. We're going to go through it together. So at about this point, you should be doing pretty good on resources and stuff, but this next part is going to be a real resource suck, so hopefully you got plenty right here. Otherwise, you're going to be kind of bumming. Pick everything up you can first before saving. You may be doing this part a couple times, especially if you're doing no damage runs.
Welcome, stranger. I got something new for you. Your valuables won't do you much good in the grave.
All right, sell all your first aids. Got to rebuild your bank account.
Well done, stranger. Good stuff, stranger. Will that be all then? All my wares are in tip-top shape, I assure you.
Gonna get some gunpowder. Always handy.
Welcome. Got a selection of good things on sale, strange. And don't
Try to get a little bit more money here.
get it. Welcome.
Let's see what I'm trying to buy.
A deal well struck.
Or am I just trying to get money?
You have a ticket, dude. Dazzled, are you?
Yeah, definitely want to
Our craftsmanship.
give the sniper rifle a little
Say
bit of
that's the
love.
end of the road for that weapon. Packs a punch. Try that on for
Repair the knife, and I think we're about good to go.
Do check out my wares again soon.
Let's get a save. And let's go fight the Black Robe. So I'm looking forward to doing this on my shotgun run because the shotgun works pretty well against the Black Robe. I took this Black Robe down with the Red 9 in my Red 9 video. If you haven't had a chance to see it, you got to check it out. That just goes to show you, you know, you can take it down with just about anything if you got the patience. Alright, get the high-powered scope on. We got a couple of heavy grenades. That's going to be nice. We got good blast arrows. I upgraded the crossbow a bit, so we should be looking pretty good. Not going to bother with that. It's just a little bit of money. Not worried about money right now. Hit her with a couple of blast arrows. Knock it back. This is where that high-powered scope comes in real nice. Time to drop back. Reload. Dodge.
My turn.
Get out the way. Try to hit your shot. Evade. TMP. Black Robe is not loving this. That's a little too much for it. Alright, get back. Reset. Let's get some blast arrows going on. We got this Joker stun locked. Gonna tap it a few times. If it gets close to me again, I'm just gonna TMP it. It may not be able to. Yep, it's gonna get some TMP right here. This is it's not looking good for the Black Robe. Very nice, very nice. Alright, now we're getting ready for part 2 of this boss fight. We'll probably go mostly with the sniper. If I remember right, I had a little bit of trouble getting this thing to go down with the TMP. Get yourself ready. Alright, let's do this.
Oh, not exactly what I expected.
See if you can stun it. Take your time and line up your shot. Every time it does that little flinch, it means you hurt it pretty bad, so. That was close. That was also kind of a bit of a waste of a flash grenade too. And I did hurt it pretty bad with the TMP right there, which is nice. Get ready to evade. We got some little suckers coming. There you go. This is where the blast arrows work real well. Very nice. Nice. Just keep getting damage. There you go. Try to get a heavy nade out. Yep.
You're not getting away.
Give it another one for good measure. You don't want to repeat this, that's for sure. If you're doing no damage runs, you don't want to repeat this. So throw some heavy nades. Still not dead. I thought that was going to be it for it.
Had enough?
TMP. Yep. And that should be it. I'm out of TMP ammo, so I hope that's it. There we go. Very nice, very nice. Again, no damage, professional, S+. And now we want to spend the next probably 45 minutes of the game building our ammo back up and our resources back up, because that actually took a lot out of me to do those 2 bosses. And you know, you could use a rocket launcher, but I'd rather have the money than buying the rocket launcher. The rocket launcher to me right there has become pretty much a waste of money. I feel like as time goes on, people should more and more try to beat that boss legit, because you're able to upgrade your weapons so much more if you have that money, and you're not worried about spending 160k on a rocket launcher. So it's just something to keep in mind. I still use a rocket on Sadler, you know, that's for sure. I ain't got the time to mess with that dude. And plus I don't want to join his covenant. So he's got to die right away. And at that point, towards the end of the game, you're pretty much set up on all of your upgrades and everything else, and you're pretty much resource heavy at that point. You really don't need anything else, so getting a rocket launcher against Sadler is no problem. So also I did a little bit of a video. I did a video called The End of the World, and it's a song from Fallout 4. And my wife helped me out. I'll leave a link in the description to that video. It's one of my favorite songs. I remember when Fallout 4 first came out, I played the hell out of it. And love that game. Fallout 3 is probably one of my favorite games I've ever played in life. So Fallout 4 was definitely awesome when it came out. And the soundtrack on that game is really cool. It's old. It's really vintagey. As a musician, you know, it's a lot of the type of music I don't hear every day. I tend to probably hear a lot of 70s, 80s, and popular music. But, you know, that's like 50s, 60s. Pretty unknown music, I would say. You know, a lot of Billie Holiday, who I do know and love. But, you know, they picked a few songs of hers that weren't really all that famous, I don't think. I think there's some Frank Sinatra. But in all of that, there's a song called The End of the World. And I used to just really like it every time it came on my radio. You know, when you're walking around the wasteland, you know. It's a song by Skeeter Davis, who nobody's really ever heard of. She's pretty unknown. And I really love the song. And my wife is great. She sings all these songs that, you know, I love. And even though she's never heard it, she's never played Fallout. She doesn't play any video games. She doesn't got, you know, any interest in any of that. So, The End of the World. And if you played a lot of Fallout and you listen to the radio, check it out. The link is going to be in the top of the description. And, you know, I think we did a really good job on it. I think it came out really good. Came out better than I had hoped. And also we did, you know, a little bit of a tribute to Fallout 4. So I was really happy to get that done, because that's a game that I really love. And, you know, this channel is going to be about a lot of things, you know, video games and some music. It's great when I can tie video games together with music. That was a cool thing to do. I was happy to be able to do that. And again, I'm happy that my wife plays all these weird songs with me, and so thankful for that. Alright, looks like we got a Plaga, so I'm not going to go for the boxes. No need to put yourself in harm's way when you're doing a no damage run. Let's just run away. Getting ready to finish another merchant request here. So yeah, so The End of the World is what it's called. Fallout 4. It's on the, what is it? The Diamond Radio or something like that? I forget what they call it, but it's really good. Alright, so let's see who's chasing me. Oh, wow. Right on me. I'm lucky I didn't get tagged right there. There you go. That's it for you. You're going to meet Jesus today. See ya. Getting ready for a quick running part coming up here. Sometimes I fight, sometimes I run. Let's see what I did this time. It generally depends on kind of how I'm doing with ammo and stuff. Alright, we'll get a better shot up here. Don't forget the merchant request up on the ceiling. That one's done. TMP is just straight up destroying everything. Look at that range. Nice. Pretty tough to beat that, you know. That guy was being a little bit shady. Alright, get your crossbow ready. Delete this guy. Yeah. Love the crossbow. Gets it done. Get a flash out. This spot right here can get pretty dicey. And there's somebody coming up behind me. I really shouldn't even worry about any of these guys. I should be running. Wow. Alright, let's get out of here. Later on, dudes. Very nice. Alright, let's keep moving on. So thank you so much if you've watched the video this far. I really appreciate it. Thanks for hearing me out on a lot of things I went over earlier. Definitely appreciate everyone that's hanging around watching these videos. Hopefully you're enjoying everything. I love putting together videos for separate ways. I'm not tired of it yet. Back up a little bit and deal with this plagas. If you're looking for similar types of videos like this, be sure to subscribe. I'm going to keep cranking them out. I'm also looking forward to some new games that are going to be coming out, like Fallout 5. I still have Dead Space that I might run, the remake. Also, of course, Grand Theft Auto, when it comes out, we'll be doing some runs on that. So like and subscribe. I hope you stick around. Definitely put a lot of time and effort into these videos, especially the voiceover ones. They take quite a bit of time, and you know, it's a lot of fun to kind of talk about what I'm thinking when I'm playing the game, and you know, kind of explain why I do some of the things that I do. Because if you don't know, if you have no context or what the person's doing, you could be just like, what the hell? There's some video game people that I love. I just really enjoy watching their videos and stuff, but sometimes I just cannot understand what their strategy is or what they're trying to do. And to me, that's kind of annoying. And came from playing a lot of Destiny 2, and there's a couple guys on there that do some really good voiceovers and stuff, and it's hard work, man. It's not easy. You got to sit down in front of a mic and you got to come up with some shit to say for, you know, a few hours, and it's not always easy. I really respect guys on the radio that, you know, do 4-hour radio shows every day. you know, they have to show up and they got to keep it entertaining, you know, because that ain't easy to do, you know. I mean, you have to think of things to say, and you got to also make a lot of shit up on the fly. And, you know, that's where I'm trying to get better, is just coming up with shit on the fly, you know, coming up with something to talk about. Because sometimes in the video game, there's not really a lot going on. So, really having fun with it, though. Trying to get better. I'm not sure why I'm picking a fight with these dudes. It looks like it worked out. I guess I had a bunch of grenades or something. Usually I don't start nothing with them dudes.
There. Nice and tight.
I must have felt like taking some anger out on them. Alright, so very cool. Right about now, you're starting to think about getting prepped for the end game. Making sure you got all your resources ready to go. I think I just used the nade on those guys just because the nades are pretty much worthless. Those small grenades are really pretty much worthless. Try to let them get off the platform there so that you can get a pickup from them. See, like that guy died on the platform. Both of them did, so I didn't get any pickup from either one of them, which is kind of dumb.
Should be just up ahead, but getting through won't be easy.
So for this merchant, I think we're definitely going to pick up the heavy grenade recipe. It's always good to have that, if you can afford it.
Quest. Well, a job well done deserves payment in kind.
I see a lot of people buy the Ada charm to grab the shields. To me, that is a big waste. I've said it time and time again. I still believe it. The crossbow does the job of that Ada charm way better than that Ada charm will ever do. And plus, the crossbow works out for so many other things. To me, it's just a waste.
Hope to see. Welcome. I've got something new.
Let's see what all we can buy.
Come.
I think I can even buy a small key. I haven't been buying them, but I may do that here.
Back. Welcome. A deal well struck.
I believe there are no small keys to be found in the game. You have to buy them all from the merchants. So let's see if I do that. I got a lot of money. Not that you can use money for small keys, but I'm just noticing that I've got a lot of money. So yeah, definitely get the heavy grenade.
You have a ticket, do ya? Nah, this kind of work is about finesse.
Yeah, we are looking good.
Little bit goes a long way.
I mean, I'm just doing the knife because I don't really have anything else to spend the money on. In all honesty, I really don't even think you need to upgrade the knife at all. I just had so much money, I think that's why I did it. Better to upgrade the crossbow, especially the reload speed on that crossbow. Man, that shit's annoying. I didn't see if I got a small key or not, so we'll see. Alright, let's see if these guys are going to give me a hard time. They don't like the upgraded TMP, that's for sure. Get a flash grenade out. This strategy works probably 99% of the time. Easy. Very easy. Alright, and then we're going to run out through here and clear everything out. But yeah, it's been really cool seeing some of the Fallout 5 rumors that are coming out. I think it's been a long time since Fallout 4 came out. I mean, I don't know. Has it been 10 years yet? You know, where's the next Skyrim? If anybody knows, you know, when Fallout 5 is coming out or Skyrim's coming out, let me know. Looking forward to both those games. I loved Skyrim. That was a lot of fun. It was super buggy though. I mean, I think I basically quit playing it because it kept getting bugged. Weird shit kept happening. I still to this day don't think I ever finished that game.
Welcome. Well then, what can I do you for?
Alright, so it looks like I got rid of the sniper. Gonna go with the Stingray from here on out. Yeah, the Stingray is gonna help, especially with these regenerators. You know, there's a lot of nonsense that can go on with these regenerators. I don't want to do this a bunch of times, so I think I was pretty much feeling the Stingray on this next part.
Don't get yourself killed now.
And also, let's see if I saved here. Yeah, sometimes I do. Sometimes I save here. It creates a little bit of chaos at the end of the game for me if I use a save right here. But to do this next part no damage is really no joke. It's not easy. And a lot of times I don't want to do this a bunch of times. So this is 100% run. We're doing all the merchant requests. And this is a merchant request that a lot of people skip. But it's definitely one that I do. I've always done it, really. I've never skipped it. I don't need it. You know, it's just more or less just kind of showing people what to do. This guy's really easy. As I say that, I miss a few shots. That's alright. If you miss shots on these guys, that's no problem. It takes a little bit of patience to get through it. Let's see if I kill this regenerator or not. Looks like I'm going to fight him. He's really moving. Get some distance. It's good for a ruby. I don't necessarily think I needed it, but I think it might be better for video purposes. Keeping the action up. Be sure to loot everything in here. Don't forget anything. You're going to need everything for the next, half an hour of the game. This next regenerator can be super easy or he can be a major pain in the ass. Let's see what he is for me on this one. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yep. It took a lot of shots, but I got him. Alright, so this next regenerator part's going to be a little bit of a pain in the ass. A lot can go wrong. a lot of things can go sideways. The first regenerator can attack you. You know, the second one, the Iron Maiden, is definitely a problem. But sometimes the first one can be a problem too because it's such tight quarters. And they can actually run pretty fast. So we're going to deal with this first regenerator. And before we loot anything, get the regenerator out of the way in case, you know, because if you wind up getting hit, you're going to have to restart if you're doing a no damage run. If not, you can just heal. But I tend to take out the regenerator first and then loot everything and then get ready for the next regenerator. It's just a little time saving tip.
That was bound to happen.
And this next part is pretty much RNG. Who knows what kind of a strategy you're going to have to use. It just depends on what the regenerator does. So it's not easy. All right, so skip everything. Unless you're low on ammo, then don't skip anything. Get everything. All right, check my RNG here. Very nice, very nice, very nice. Now let's loot everything. Now for probably the toughest part in the whole run, for the no damage run. This is the toughest part for me. Hopefully I can kill it without having to run. Sometimes I have to run back a little bit. Sometimes I don't have to. Let's see what I have to do here. All right, back up. Let's see how the TMP's doing. I'm just trying to stun it. And then I'm going to try to pop off a few shots. All right. Looks like I'm going to TMP. It's getting pretty close, so I really need to take it out. I don't like him getting this close. Hopefully that's it. Sometimes that's it. Sometimes it's not. Very cool. That was it. I don't know why that is. Sometimes it'll have one Plagas left and it'll die. I feel like you should have to kill them all in order to kill it. I don't know. Is that by design or is that just some weirdness? I don't know. But that part is tough. Let's see if I got that small key. No, I should have got it. I forgot about it. I was talking about it, but forgot about it. Time to see the merchant. Or actually, maybe I skip this merchant. Sometimes I do. Yep. He's got nothing for me. Let's see how daring I was with the TMP on this next part. I generally try to use whatever gun I'm featuring during this part, but sometimes it's just not feasible. The TMP is not good enough. It doesn't have enough range to do this next part. So let's see what I do. See how ambitious I was feeling. It's just a lot easier to snipe all these fools.
Not exactly covert, but it'll have to do.
All right, let's see what I do. I'm gonna snipe. I think I was just looking to get it done quickly. Sniper is just so good right here. I mean, why would you not want to use it, really? Especially with the high-powered scope, man. It just gets the work in.
Excuse me, can I see your ticket?
Just getting it done with the sniper. Nice range on the TMP. So it looks like I got 4 arrows. That's probably enough, but that's getting pretty low. Sometimes I do craft some arrows right here. They are nice to have for this part. So before we save, we're going to get rid of all these weird cutscenes
Well guarded.
and also take down a few of these enemies. This is what I like to call some housekeeping. All right, that's enough. So now we're going to save, and then we're going to use the blast arrow. So in case you miss a bunch of times, you can just reload the save. So yep, got some blast arrows. I should be selling all these fish and healing items, but I don't know why I'm not.
A deal. Just welcome.
Nice, there's a good little paycheck from the cat. Finally getting rid of the bass.
Pleasure doing business with you. Well, now go and cause some mayhem, eh?
All right, time for a quick save. I think this is my last save of the game, actually. Normally I have one more save left, but not on this run. All right, nice. We're going to take the shortcut here. There's our little friend off to the right. He's going to make the shortcut possible. Get yourself a hand grenade, because you don't want this guy on the right to be a problem. There's going to be a dude over there. So this guy right here could be a problem. You don't want to fight that guy. You want to just fight one of them. Alright, he should be chasing you. Here he is. Gotta evade. There we go. Easy. We're also going to finish up a merchant request right here. There's bug number 2. Got one left. Alright, so merchant request done.
Need to find the main terminal.
You gotta at least have one blast arrow right here. I'm glad I have one, because we're gonna have to break down a wall. 116. Get your crossbow ready.
You don't look friendly.
I guess this guy's name is Martinique. He's pretty cute. All right, here's the wall. Give us a little bit of a shortcut. So it's been kind of nice. I'm a baseball fan, so this preseason's about ready to get over for baseball. The regular season's about to start up. Excited about that. Even though my cable company provider jacked up my plan, I've been watching baseball for like 15 years, and my cable provider has never done this. But now they moved the channel that I watch to a different tier so that they could jack me out of more money. Pretty lame. In fact, when preseason started, I didn't even know that they did that. And I was like, why do I not get baseball anymore? I was like, what the hell? Called them up and they said, oh, yeah, you got to pay extra for that. I was like, dude, what are you talking about? I already pay so much as it is. They said, no, you need to pay more and you need to feel good about it. I was like, no, I don't feel good about it. They're like, yes, you need to get behind us. We're living in hard times. We're $1 billion cable company, and we absolutely have to, you know, shake you down for every penny, nickel, and dime. So it was really cheap and really lame that they did that. I don't know. As time goes on more and more, maybe I won't even watch much baseball anymore and just get rid of cable TV altogether. It's turning out to be more and more of a waste of money, in my opinion. I only watch like 2 channels, and I think like as it is today, for decent cable and decent internet connection, you know, it's well into the $200 and some.
I'm done here.
So to me, that's pretty ridiculous. As I say that, I still pay it. I don't cancel it. I mean, you got to have internet and you got to have good speed. So what about all you guys? Everybody out there, are you off cable TV? Any suggestions to do that when you like sports? If I didn't like sports, I could pretty much find everything else somewhere else. But sports, you know, the cable companies had a lot of forethought. And they did a very smart thing about 10 years ago by wrapping up deals with the cable providers to get like exclusive deals, you know, because it kind of holds you hostage.
For their sanctuary. I'll meet him there.
So I don't know what I'm going to do. I'd like to cut the cord.
So that's a request done and dusted, eh? Good stuff, mate.
All right, we're getting to the end of it here.
You've proven yourself reliable. What can I interest you in? Stocking up while you can.
You want to make sure you got some flash grenades for sure. This next part can be a little tricky. It's also pretty fun. I like this next part.
You've exhausted our normal range of services for this weapon. If you're interested,
Yeah, see,
in something
you can
more,
upgrade this sniper with
you can.
money, but the other one you could not. I don't know what the deal is with that. I have no idea. I need to figure that out or research it. Why couldn't I upgrade the other sniper for 100 grand? I don't have a clue. I would have. Later. Sometimes you gotta back up. TMP comes in so handy for situations like this right here. Wow, that guy got close. All right, got everybody cleared out. These next guys can be a little bit of a pain in the ass. There's a couple of different ways I can deal with them. Looks like I'm going to use the grenade on this guy right here. TMP these dudes. 100% Plagas. And this next part right here is really great if you've got a blast arrow and a heavy nade. I think we're going to get the TMP out. 3v1, 4v1, and I consider that Plaga to be a 5v1. So back up a little bit. Plaga. Nope. Nice. Got a straggler. Oh, come on. Come on. Hopefully I find a blast arrow or two. Otherwise I'm going to have to make one. Gonna do a heavy nade right here. Really softens these guys up. There you go. All right, we're getting down to it. So once again, thank you if you're hanging out with me today. I really appreciate it. A like and a subscribe would be so nice. Totally appreciate any of that. It helps me with this channel. Gives me the inspiration to keep going. That's for sure. All right. Didn't want to fight any of those guys right now. You got to be careful right here. Look out. There's an axe coming for you. There you go. So yeah, thank you very much for everybody that's kind of stuck around and for everybody that's been hanging out with me on this very early journey into making YouTube videos. I really appreciate it. You know, so many amazing compliments, so many cool things that people said, just overwhelming positiveness. And just thank you guys so much for everything. I really appreciate it. It just gives me that energy to keep going. All right, we're getting ready to decline joining Lord Sadler's Covenant. Let's get a rocket to his face. I love that one. You're really going to do it, stranger. Of course I'm going to do it. Was there ever any doubt, stranger? Was there ever any doubt, buddy? No, there wasn't.
Now, welcome.
All right, so everything has got to go. Fire sale, everything. Get yourself a rocket.
Will that be all then? Your pleasure isn't trapped.
All right, let's sell everything we can.
Welcome.
It's all got to go. We're going out of business, and this is what's known as a fire sale. We ain't coming back.
A wise choice. I know, I say that a lot, but I mean it. An interesting
All right, gonna do one last upgrade push for our weapons. It doesn't look like there's much left for me to upgrade, that's for sure.
This kind of work is about finesse.
We did a good job throughout the game of showing love to all of our weapons.
You see. Easy work.
All right, it's time to get out of here.
Check out my wares.
So yeah, I definitely don't think I could save right here. I think I'm just doing some final, yeah, just doing some final organizing. Making sure I got whatever I need.
Again soon.
Yep, no more saving. I had to do all this at the end, one take. And we still got one more run to do. We have to do this whole final run. So as soon as we kill Sadler, you know, that's a long way to go without saving, but I felt like I had to save before that Iron Maiden. Doing a no damage run, it's just too risky.
Not long until the bombs on this island start popping off. Time to wrap things up.
All right, here's the last stretch. Let's see if I can make it through in one take. Time to man up. Time to put on your big boy pants. It's time to get it done. Oh.
Lights out.
I forgot. You got to spawn this guy first.
Just
There you
what
go.
I was looking for. Lights out. I need to hurry.
All right, take these guys out down below. And we've got plenty of time. You know, there's no need to get crazy. Hopefully that guy's wearing a jock strap. TMP is strong, man. Oh, wow. I didn't even realize that guy was right there. That kind of scared me a bit right there. So thankfully I didn't get punished because, man, I have to do this in one take, remember? I would have had to go all the way back to before the regenerator. Oh my God. Just thinking about that now makes me want to puke.
Here we go.
TMP works nicely on this next part right here. Not so much that guy, but this next guy right here. There you go. Blow him up at the same time. Forget about that other dude and just start running. Get your crossbow ready. That's nice. We got a fast reload speed on it. Get that dude out of there. Who needs the Ada charm? Nobody. Alright, get a flash grenade out because this is dicey right here. Sometimes, yep, see that guy didn't stun. Oh my god, that was, oh my god. Lightning fast reflexes. And got lucky. I almost got tagged right there and I would have had to redo this whole goddamn thing again. Would have went all the way back to the regenerator. Once you get to this point, you're ready to finish the game. You don't want to be going back.
Oh, deja vu.
And I'm pretty sure right now I'm feeling the pressure of not,
Hold on, Leon.
you know, taking a stupid hit right here. Because we're not talking about if you get killed. You know, we're not talking about that at all. If I so much as take one tiny bit of damage, I have to go all the way back. Clear back to the regenerator. That's a nightmare. That's the problem with doing no damage runs, you know. Alright, so make sure you got all your resources together. Get ready for your final push. These Navistadors right here can be a pain in the ass too because they sneak up on you. Sometimes one gets through your flash grenade. See, here they come. Again, we can't take any damage. Sometimes there's one that hangs out over here, yep. Let's get the TMP out. Easy. Those eyeballs are easy. I probably shouldn't be hanging out right here in case one of those Navistadors survive. This is actually really dangerous and really dumb. I should have just left. Because Navistador can still show up. That was just bad. I mean, watching this back. Another good reason why it's good to watch your videos back, because you figure out stupid stuff that you did. Alright, nice nade. One more flash. Get the button. And we're done. Awesome. Super glad to get this video done.
I'm on it.
Let's see what kind of time we got. Say hi to Ashley. What up, girl? She's got her COVID mask on. All right, very nice, very nice. All right, so my name's Joey. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Appreciate it. Hope to have another video out here shortly. Our time is probably about 2 hours, 10 minutes maybe. We'll see. Say hi to Leon. He's going to give Sadler a holy body. All right, let's see what I got. 2 hours, 14 minutes. No damage. And yeah, fun game. Anytime you can bust out the TMP and use it as your primary weapon, that's great. We didn't even have a handgun through the whole game, so that's pretty cool. Here we go, all no damage. Looking good, looking good. So definitely thank you so much. I'll see you on the next one. Everybody have a good day. My name's Joey, and I appreciate you. Thanks. Bye.
This is Control, you're flying off course, report. This is Control, you're flying off course, report. This is Control, you're flying off course, report. The pilot isn't responding.
Sir, the explosions failed to detonate simultaneously. Calculated destruction is well below 50% of the estimates. Most of the island remains intact.
Oh, Ada. What to do with you?